From the roar of the crowd to the roar of the engines, this is Pit Pass, Pennsylvania's racing show. Pit Pass features all your favorite tracks, interviews, highlights, thrills and spills. And here are your hosts, Ron Fox and Jan Miller.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Pit Pass here on WHVL. Now, if you've been following our show, you know we try to go to as many different tracks as we can each season. Unfortunately, that list has shortened once again.
Bradford Speedway officials announced on Friday that they were closing the track to erect a radio tower on the property. The last race will be this Saturday, drawing to a close its 60-year history.
Yes, but fortunately, the teams in that area still have McKean County Raceway, which is where we went Saturday night. Those highlights later in the show.
Now first, we went to Path Valley Speedway on Friday, where they were hosting the Wingless Super Sportsmen. They were making their third of 6 stops there this season.
Before the night's activities, we did meet up with the organizer of the series, Steve Wilbur. So Steve, how did it come about that you organized the Wingless Super Sportsman Series here?
Well, we used to run at Silver Springs. We'd run like one wingless race a year, and a lot of guys really enjoyed it. So, we've been racing at Williams Grove now the last, 8 or 10 years, and, guys were just looking to do something a little different, and I called John up here at Path Valley. We were thinking of a nice track that we could run a wingless series at, and, thought Path Valley is a perfect place to do it. It's a nice size, wide, racy track. So I called John over the winter, and, we got together and talked, and, I told him what we could do. He said what he'd offer, and it just meshed perfect, and here we are. And, each week, this will be our third night tonight, and we started the first week with 11 cars, then 13, and I think now we're like 17 or 18 tonight. So it's just growing by leaps and bounds, and we're really, really excited to be here.
So what are your future plans for this?
Well, we're hoping, John and I have talked, as this deal's been rolling along here, and we're shooting to go every other week next year. This year we're doing one a month to get everybody's feet wet in the whole deal, and get John, accustomed to it, and Jack with this whole deal, and it's going really well, and we had talked about doing for 2015 every other week up here, so the guys are really excited. We have guys back home that are building cars, looking to get cars for next year, so the future is really, really good for this whole deal.
Now you're a competitor.
Yeah, it makes it. I get ribbon a lot, the last time here I drew the #1 pill for the heat, and then we redrew for the feature, and guys were laughing and joking like, oh, this has a fix on it. And then tonight we walked in and I drew #1 again, so guys are really going to start thinking. But now these are all a great bunch of guys that are here, and the officials, all the track personnel, everybody gets along great. It's a lot different than most tracks. Up here, it's all about having fun. Even John, when he does the drivers' meetings, we carry on and laugh, and these guys, the staff up here, makes it, really, really fun for everybody.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Steve Wilbur in the 59 would start in the 3rd position for the 25-lap feature behind the pole sitter, number 45 Dave Sox, who won a micro sprint championship at Path Valley in 1993. However, it would be the 19 of Devin Beidel who would take the early lead. Sox would drop back to 3rd after being passed by the 64 of Stan Wanner. However, we would have a caution after only 1 lap was completed. On the restart, there is somewhat of a gap between the top 3 cars. Running in the 3rd position is the white #1 of Joey Biasi. He takes the high line through turns 1 and 2, then works to the outside of Wanner to take over the 2nd spot. Down the front stretch, he powers to the outside of Beidel. Coming off of turn 2, he rockets past Beidel and into the lead. We would have cautions on laps 3 and 5, the latter one sending Wanner pit side. Back under green, we have Wilbur taking a peek to the inside of Beidel for 2nd. Beidel maintains the position going down the back chute. Wilbur runs the middle groove through turns 3 and 4. Exiting 4, He gets by Beidel for the position. Running in the 4th spot is the 00 Rick Barr, followed by the 888 of John Wolf. Laps later, the Blue 93 of Carmen Perigo would join the mix in a 4-way battle for 3rd place. They are 3 wide off of turn 2. Then Perigo shoots under Beidel. Wolf runs high into turn 3, but loses the handle to bring out the caution with 14 laps down. On the restart, Wilbur takes a look to the inside of Biasi. Barr runs in 3rd and in the middle groove while Perigo runs high through 1 and 2. Barr runs up the track and hits the wall, losing positions to Perigo and the 29 of Adam Ray. 2 laps later, Perigo passes Wilbur coming off of turn 4 to move into the runner-up position. Then on lap 21, Perigo slides under Biasi going into turn 1. Coming off of turn 2, Biasi checks up to avoid hitting the wall and allows Perigo to take the lead. Biasi tries to fight back through 3 and 4, but can't close on Perigo as we have less than 3 laps to go. Coming down to take the white flag, Ray takes a shot at Biasi for the 2nd position. By then, Perigo had extended his lead. Carmen Perigo came in with a win and a 2nd place finish in the previous 2 races and would take another victory on Friday night.
Congratulations on your win, Carmen. Now, Biasi was very far ahead, and even with the cautions, he was able to maintain lead and get a huge lead, and cars were bunching up behind, but you were able to run him down.
Yeah, the track was a little rough tonight, and these cars don't have power steering. It gets pretty physically demanding, and that plays a part. You know, a guy will wear out on you, and come back to you. You don't necessarily have to be faster than him. Sometimes they'll come back, but I think that's what happened tonight.
Now, what do you think about the sportsmen coming to this track?
Oh, I really like it. I prefer to run wingless. It puts it more back into the driver than whenever we have the wing on, you just hold it wide open a lot of tracks. I really like it. The car count's picking up, and I appreciate Path Valley for having us here.
Well, we're used to seeing you with the wings on at Williams Grove. Does it really make that big of a difference in a smaller track to take the wings off?
Yeah, definitely. Even at the lower speeds that we're going here, the wing's probably worth 2 or 3 seconds a lap. It's huge. It takes a whole different setup, a whole different driving style. It's almost like it's a complete different division.
Now, you went into this today as the points leader?
Yeah, we've normally run pretty well without the wing on, and I wish all the tracks ran without the wings, really.
Now, the car owner, Walt Bigler, was going to hang it up a couple of years ago, but you guys teamed up instead.
Yeah, he was having a tough couple of years there, and I was tired of fielding my own car, so we teamed up, and we hit it off right out of the box, and we're still going strong here about 6 years later, and I don't see the end in sight here.
Well, it sounds like a perfect match.
Yeah, it is. He's a really super guy to drive for. He's owned cars for 60-some years. He's seen it all. I can't do anything that's going to surprise him.
Well, congratulations again, Carmen.
Thank you.
Joey Biasi held off Adam Ray for 2nd. Steve Wilbur was 4th, with Rick Barr in 5th.
Well, I believe that will be a positive addition for Path Valley. While we're saddened when a speedway closes, we're also encouraged when we see others grow.
Now, later on in the show, we will go back to Path Valley for more of Friday's highlights. But coming up next, it's some Saturday night action from McKean County Raceway. That and more when Pit Pass returns.
Pit Pass is brought to you by Milheim Small Engine, your local Husqvarna dealer, located just 1 mile west of Milheim. Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle. Visit PoconoRaceway.com for tickets. And by Seagram's Escapes. Color your summer.
What is it that makes a Husqvarna dealer a Husqvarna dealer? Well, just look close at the engineering in our outdoor power equipment. We're known for high performance and reliability in everything we make. So is it any wonder your Husqvarna dealer is also known for high performance and reliability in everything they do? With a nationwide network of Husqvarna dealers, there's one just around the corner.
Milheim Small Engine and Hardware is located just 1 mile west of Milheim.